Hello and welcome to my third speed build video. I'm really excited for this build. This is my first build that I'm doing on YouTube where I'm actually showing the building of the structure of the home. With previous builds, I just wanted to kind of get the structure down first because it usually takes me a while, but this structure was so just like square and simple, I figured I'd just show it. So as you can see, I'm kind of going with this like modern, just like almost totally glass house, and it turns out so pretty. Just like I cannot wait for you to see it. It just turns out really cool. So basically, yeah, I just my last couple builds have been like family style homes, which are like, you know, like cool and awesome and everything, but like I really wanted to switch it up, and I don't know, this build wasn't really like too much of a challenge for myself, but I thought it was just kind of cooler than some of the previous things I've done. So yeah, as you can see, I'm surrounding it with pool. I don't really end up doing too much with that. I just kind of wanted it to have something like cool and like different about it, so I wanted to make it kind of like a floating home. I also have a little lowered conversation area. I remember being like, I don't know, probably like 13 when I first heard that like a like lowered conversation pit like that was like really 60s, and I realized that it was lame. Like, I don't know, I heard that it was lame somehow, but I've always thought it was a really cool like feature to have in a home, so I really like doing lowered areas in homes. So this house, I guess it's a house technically, but I feel like it's more like a loft. It is a 1-bedroom. I just wanted to make it like just really spacious and have like such just a feel of like airiness and openness. So that's kind of the theme that I went with a little bit. I feel like I just have a more like cluttered design style in general, so I still do kind of keep that like cluttered style, but the design of the house is obviously very open, as you can see already. Yeah, I just seriously love like every aspect of this build. Like the wood floors, those are actually from Pets. It's one of the first things that I've used from Pets because I just honestly haven't really had too much time for building or playing The Sims lately. I have had midterms, a couple big projects for school, so I haven't really had too much time. Luckily, this build didn't really take too long. I don't know why. I just kind of like knew what I wanted to do immediately and just like did it. So yeah, this build was not too difficult. Yeah, I just really like this build. Honestly, I don't really like know what else to say about it. Basically, that tiny room to the left is going to be the bathroom. That corner room is going to be an office. And then the rest of the like living area is just really kind of like open concept. Yeah, I like having kind of like weird long bathrooms like this in like more modern homes. I feel like it kind of just adds to the like, I don't know, it's not like, it's kind of like an impersonal feel, you know, which like I feel like the person who lived here would be like kind of like cool and just like have weird like amounts of space places and just kind of like, not like show off, but you know, like that kind of thing. So this is also, I think like the second or third time I've ever used wall lights like that. I think I mentioned in a previous build that I really just like have never done that before. But now that I've been on YouTube a little bit, I am like getting more used to it. So yeah, again, I keep not doing giant libraries. And that's totally my thing, but it just hasn't really fit with any of the builds I've done lately, so I guess you'll see that eventually. I really love what I did here with the bookcases. Since I discovered the Move Objects cheat, obviously, like that opened up my entire world, and I really love just having like a wall of books. I just think that's really cool. So that's what I did here. I figured that, you know, you would have like a ladder or something. I don't actually know like how somebody would go about getting something down off a top shelf with like something that big. But I feel like this build, like this home is kind of like larger than life, you know, like these like super high walls, like super big like glass windows. I feel like they wouldn't really exist as much in real life. I feel like it would be kind of like not on such a big scale, but as you can see as well, I'm finally starting to go room by room more. I did the entire bathroom first, and now I'm doing the whole office, just because for YouTube it kind of just like doesn't make sense for me to go around and just like willy-nilly and do whatever I want. Like, you know, it just makes more sense for me to like do one full room and then move on to the next, especially because I think, like I said this in the last video, my like camera style tends to be like, I just like move around a lot just to like check perspectives on stuff. So yeah, it's just kind of better if I just stay in one spot. So yeah, as you can see, I am using the whole basement space. It turns out really, really awesome later, so I'm really excited to like show you guys that. Yeah, I really love utilizing when I have like a house that's surrounded by pool. I really love like using that and leaning into the whole like underwater feel. So that's what I'm doing with this one. I love having like open kitchens like this. When I thought of this idea to do this like divider up on the half wall like this, I was like, oh my god, it's so cool. I just think it gives it like such like a nice like modern feel, but it still like separates the kitchen a little bit from everything else. Yeah, but anyway, I love having open kitchens like this. I just think it like I said this in the last video too, but like I really like the kitchen to be like the central part of a home, and when it's like blocked off or it's like in the corner, it really is just kind of just stifling to me, I guess. So I like having a kitchen that's like kind of halfway open where like I could see like, I don't know, obviously this is a 1-bedroom house, so there wouldn't be any kids, but like if they had like people over, you know, like people could be like walking in and out and kind of just like walking around the whole space and not being like confined to one room. Or like in this house, you could be in the kitchen and then like talking to someone who's like in the like conversation pit, which is kind of further away. I just like to have the kitchen like be an accessible space. So yeah, I kind of like didn't really, you know, no frills on this kitchen really. I kind of just like went with the like industrial like counters. I like putting an island. I like having the oven in the island too. I think that's really cool. But yeah, I'll just move on to the dining. That table, I picked it originally and then I went through a bunch of other choices and then I ended up picking the same one. So I just like edited all of that out. Yeah, this table, I don't know, the first design that I went with, like basically at the end I just delete these little like candle things that I chose to put. I don't know, I just like, usually when I'm like designing like a tabletop or like a desktop, you know, like I think of like not a collection, like a group of like clutter things that I want to put. And I think this looks like okay, but it's just not great, so I end up deleting it like later in the video. And I do usually do rugs under the dining area, but I think I just decided to go with no rug this time. Just, you know, it's not really necessary, and I feel like actually most homes don't have a rug under their dining table. I didn't growing up, and I don't in my current apartment, so I don't know, I sometimes prefer to do no rug. I really, really love this like lowered conversation pit area. I just think it's a really like cool feature to have, especially because since this is such like a big 1-bedroom apartment, I like to have like a nice spacious hangout area, because I feel like whoever lives here would be like hosting like swanky parties and just like, you know, be like a cool person with a lot of friends and want to have a lot of space for them. So yeah, I went with these like purple couches. I really like the color palette that I chose for this space. I kind of chose like this purple and then like cream and orange, and it's a color palette that I feel like is kind of strange, but I don't know, it just kind of like went together. I didn't really like plan on it or anything. I just kind of like started doing it and it just like happened to look good. This rug, I know I keep using it, and like I think I've used it in every video I've posted on YouTube so far, but it just looks so like fluffy and like nice. I walk barefoot in my house, so I would love to just like walk across that carpet or even like lay down and read a book, you know, or something like that. I just like using it because it looks so like cozy. Yeah, but like as you can see, I'm kind of just doing like like more like, I don't know how to like phrase it. I don't know. I like how I'm doing this space. It's kind of like, you know, diagonal, kind of wonky, but just has like a lot of space. And I feel like I could imagine like a bunch of like people standing around listening to music and having cocktails, you know, like that kind of living room. I usually do much more of like a square living room around like a TV. But I was like, no, let's throw in a piano because these are classy people who live here. Yeah, but as you can see, I did like the orange stuff, and I think it looks really nice. It's a little just like pop of a warm color in the like cool tone room. I also do just a little like sitting area right here. I don't know, I just thought that like I could do just like a console table, you know, or just like do some kind of space filler, but I was like, you know what, I'll just do like another little seating area because I feel like in a real home you do actually have like a couple different sitting areas, and like, I don't know, it just seemed right. But I love these chairs so much. I didn't start using them until really recently, and they're just like so beautiful, and I love all of the like colors, all the like different choices. It's just like really pretty, and I love it. So I'm glad I got an opportunity to use these chairs in this build. Yeah, this is just kind of a little, not like throwaway area, but just kind of like to fill the space. I wanted to do a rug, but there weren't really any that like worked with the space, so I was like, you know what, no rug. I guess it's just going to be a theme. Minimal rugs. I think I just do only the coat rack here. I've been meaning to do a build with like a mud room, because I feel like in like Midwestern and Eastern houses, that's actually a thing. Like I said in the previous video, I grew up in California, and there was not really like weather. Like it never got like super muddy, so there was no need for like a separate room for all your like coats and shoes and stuff. But I would like to do that in a future build. So now we're moving up to the bedroom and bathroom. This is always one of my favorite parts to design in a build. This bathroom, I went through a lot of different like iterations of the arrangement of it. I actually usually like to work with an L-shaped bathroom or something other than just like a rectangle, because it just is like hard to arrange everything correctly. I put the bathtub right there. I love this like angled bathtub, but where I put the counters later, it just seemed like there wasn't enough walking space. So I don't know. I do like to have more of like a thought out bathroom usually, but when I'm working with like just a rectangular like building, it's hard to have like an angled bathroom. So I just worked with the space that I had. I ended up replacing the bathtub, which is like a square bathtub, which is just as luxurious. I really like the way this bathroom turned out. I love using those lights because I could imagine like someone taking awesome selfies in this bathroom. I always try to like think about that, like if this were a real person, because I kind of designed the room not like for like a young woman, but I'm a young woman, and I kind of just designed it how I would like it to look, the bedroom. So I'm like, I would definitely be taking like lots of selfies in that bathroom, especially with the giant mirror. So that's how I'm gonna do it. I also did this little walk-in closet. I have never really been someone who like wants a walk-in closet. Like I put all my clothes in dressers anyway. I don't really hang them up, so like it's not really necessary for me, but I think it's a cool feature to have in like a more luxurious home. So I did this. These little dresser things are from Pets as well, and I just kind of stacked them because I thought that like looked cool. And then I did just these along the wall. I also included a vanity. That is something that I actually do really want, because right now I have my apartment, but like I have no counter space in the bathroom, so I don't have anywhere to like do makeup or just like keep all my beauty supplies. So I was like, if I lived here, I would definitely put a vanity in the walk-in closet so I have like a spot to like, you know, pretty myself and all that. So yeah, oh my god, I love this bedroom too. Honestly, I just really love this entire house. I love like having the new stuff from Pets because I'm not like using it in like a family home. I feel like it was intended to be used. I'm just kind of like throwing it in with the rest of this build, and I really just like it. Like this stuff in the bedroom is not like quite as modern as the rest of the home, but I feel like it does, like I just like stuff to look cozy, you know, like that's my goal most of the time, is just to be cozy. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna throw like some bright colors in. I'm just gonna, you know, like make it all cute and cozy, because I feel like if you're downstairs like cooking and entertaining and like having a giant party, you would want to come up and have a room that is like a little more just like, you know, comfortable and cozy and not so kind of like cold and modern. I don't know, some people really like modern style furniture. I do like it, but for my own personal taste, I would so much rather have a bunch of like old-fashioned looking cozy stuff than like modern stuff. So there is still some modern stuff in this room, but it definitely is the coziest space of the entire build. And I think it just looks really cute. I think I unintentionally continued with the like orange theme, like the purple and orange. I like literally just realized that, but I think that's just a good color palette for this house. And I love this like great big door. It's just so luxurious, and like if I ever had a modern like loft apartment like this is pretty much what I would do. I would actually put a lot more hanging plants probably, which I didn't really do in this build, but I feel like that would have changed it into something else. So I just kept all the walls pretty bare actually. Yeah, and I love just having the space to do like a ridiculously giant pot. You know, like I just love having enough space to where I can actually like put some things that I really like in the house. So now I'm doing, this is just a little like walk-in pantry. I don't know what's up with these cabinets. I just kind of chose them because they like went with everything. I like to have a walk-in pantry sometimes just because I'm like, I don't know, that would be cool to have in a house. This downstairs is so cool. I'm so glad I decided to go with this. I had not planned on it when I was kind of like thinking out the house in my head. I hadn't like planned on doing something special downstairs, but then it just kind of came together and I thought it looked really cool. So as you can see, I'm doing a nice bar. There are some other bars that I think go with the style of the house a lot better, but I don't know, I kind of am just a fan of that like kind of like dimly lit pub feel, you know, so I kind of went with that, and I like to make it look a little bit more lived in by doing the kind of like tilted out chairs, like as if somebody had been sitting and didn't push their chair in. I just feel like it makes it look more realistic. So I did that, and then I kept it pretty simple. I didn't put any other stuff in the bar area. And then, of course, because this is like a very rich person, I was like, let's go with a massive aquarium smack in the middle of the room. Like, that would definitely be something I would do if I had like just a bunch of money and nothing to spend it on. I would like do a giant aquarium, of course, in the underground room. But I actually do use this space on the other half of the room for a home theater area. I read somewhere that the definition of a mansion is that like, in addition to all the essential rooms of a home, that they also have like one non-essential room, like a library or a home office or a home theater. So I guess that would qualify this space as a mansion. I just thought this was such a cool, like, I don't know, I love like the giant scale of this. I just think it's really cool. And it looks really comfy too. I just kind of like, doing the walls here was a little bit odd. I feel like even the place that I arrived at with the kind of walls like that, I don't know, it's like not my favorite, but I couldn't really think of another way to do it. Like, I guess it works, whatever. Yeah, I totally lost track of what I was saying. Sorry, I had like a lot of caffeine earlier. I had a bunch of I had a presentation this morning in class, and then I had this like Skype call thing. I just I don't know, have been kind of on all day, so I came home and I was like, let's record this audio, and I'm just going really hard right now, so sorry for the energy. I hope that I'm speaking at a pace that is okay. So I feel like the house is pretty much done now. Yes, it is. Here are the screenshots. It really turned out so pretty. I would love to live here so much. I would never get tired of it. I just think it's really pretty, and I really love this build, so please like, comment, subscribe, share, all that stuff. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.